Oh, dear Pottsville, listen to my voice. Take it to my heart. Oh, evermore. Oh, you colors bright, faint in grieving light. We will never forsake Pottsville, standing side by side, show of ashy pride. Always strong and bold, fight for black and gold, burn in every part of our spirit's heart. We will never forsake Pottsville heart.
Good evening. This evening's invocation will be given by Addie Wilmoth. Addie Wilmoth is a shining example of faith, compassion, whether through her involvement in CSU, her interactions with classmates and teachers, or even choosing praise music as her softball walk-up song. Addie continually seeks opportunities to glorify God in all areas of her life. Those who know Addie describe her as a kind-hearted, compassionate, and someone who truly
good works. I ask you would bless us as we come and as we go. May you faithfully equip us with boldness and courage to You may be seated.
Good evening and welcome to Pottsville High School's 108th commencement ceremony. I am Jalexa Hayes, Senior Class President, and on behalf of Class 2026, we welcome you to the celebration of perseverance, growth, and dedication. Over the past 13 years, the Pottsville School District has played a vital role in shaping who we are, just as each of you in this room has. Tonight, we take a moment to recognize and honor and thank you and welcome you to our commencement ceremony. I would like to start by introducing our school board members, superintendents, and administrators of PHS. Please stand when you are announced. Mr. David Potts, President. Mr. Clint Hull, Vice President. Mr. Mike Webster, Secretary. Mr. Jeff Aiken, Member. And Mr. Tracy Taylor, Member. Our superintendent, Mr. Shane Thurman. Our principal, Ms. Kristen Ham. And our assistant principal, Mr. Brian Hardaway. Thank you for providing your wisdom and guidance to our graduating class. We are beyond blessed to have such amazing leadership at Pottsville School District.
And self-motivation, maintaining outstanding grades throughout the year while consistently staying ahead on assignments. His teachers noted that he never needed to be reminded to get to work as he approached every opportunity with maturity and discipline. One teacher described Jackson as an academic force to be reckoned with, while also highlighting his humble spirit and quiet confidence. He embodies the rare combination of remarkable ability and humility, earning the respect of both his peers and his teachers. His hard work, perseverance, and character have earned him the honor of serving as the salutatorian of the class of 2026. Welcome, Jackson.
Good evening, everyone. If there's one thing I think we all mastered over the past 4 years, it's this: figuring out how much effort we actually needed to put in to get the grade we wanted. Somewhere along the way, we all became experts at the mental conversation Do I actually need to study, or can I just risk it? Sometimes we chose the responsible option, other times we chose sleep, or Netflix, or doing absolutely nothing and hoping for a curve. We've all had that moment where you open the assignment at 11:42 and think, this is fine, it's only a page, and then realize it's actually an essay due at 11:59. Somehow we became very to succeed in a very specific kind of system, a system where there was always a right answer and where success could be measured, and where everything from GPA to class rank could be compared. And whether we realize it or not, we didn't just learn in that system, we adapted to it. We figured out how to succeed within it. But here's the part that took me longer to understand. Just because we succeeded in that system doesn't mean it ever fully represented us. Because the truth is, not all of us experienced that system the same way. I've seen people start from almost identical places and have completely different experiences in school. I've seen people put in twice the effort for results that didn't always reflect that effort, and I've seen success that looked impressive on paper but didn't tell the whole story, which leads to something I think we don't talk about enough. What we've mastered on, or what we're measured on, was never a complete reflection of who we are, and it was never meant to be. The mistake was thinking it was, because somewhere along the way, it became easy to believe that a number, a GPA, a rank, or a score was a full definition of success. But it wasn't. It was just a part that could be measured. And the reality is, we spent years optimizing for a system that won't exist after today. There won't be an answer key, there won't be a ranking, and there won't be a single definition of success that applies to all of us. And that might feel uncertain, but I think it's something better than that. Because for the first time, success won't be something we're given, it'll be something we define. For some of us, it will look like college. For others, it will look like work or service or something entirely different. Some paths will be fast, some will take longer, some will change completely, but none of them will be wrong, just different. So while it might seem like today we're all leaving from the same place, the truth is we never took the same path to get here, and we won't take the same path forward. And that's not something to be uncertain about, it's something to be proud of. Because if these past 4 years have shown us anything, it's this. We were capable of succeeding in a system that measured us the same way, even when it didn't reflect us the same way. But now we step into something different, not a system that defines success for us, but a life where we define it for ourselves. And that's not a disadvantage. It's the first time success is actually ours. Thank you.
Cade Brodigam has distinguished himself through an unwavering work ethic, academic excellence, and dedication both inside and outside of the classroom. Throughout his high school career, Cade consistently demonstrated the determination and self-discipline needed to succeed at the highest level. One teacher shared, Cade has sustained a relentless work ethic over the course of his academic and athletic careers. His willingness to put in the work is one of the best qualities and source of the success he has achieved. Whether in traditional classwork, athletics, or his virtual Arkansas classes, Cade approached every challenge with focus and responsibility, always staying ahead and taking full advantage of every opportunity presented to him. His commitment to excellence has earned him the honor of serving as the valedictorian of the Pottsville High School class of 2026. Welcome, Cade Brodigam.
Good evening, families, teachers, friends, in the class of 2026. As I stand here today, I can't help but think about the movie Cars. Not just the races, but the journey. Imagine stepping onto the starting line at the Piston Cup. The engines are revving, the crowd is cheering, and you feel that mix of excitement and nerves. That's exactly how high school has felt for us. Like we were racing towards something big, unsure what curves or obstacles might appear, but determined to keep moving forward. When we first walked into high school, we were kind of like Lightning McQueen at the start of his journey. Confident, ambitious, maybe a little too sure of ourselves, and completely unaware of how much we still had to learn. We wanted to go fast, win big, and prove ourselves. But life had lessons we couldn't skip. And just like lightning, we learned them along the way, sometimes in ways that were messy, unexpected, or downright uncomfortable. High school was like our radiator springs. It slowed us down enough to figure out who we are and what truly matters. It showed us the importance of community, the value of perseverance, and the power of faith. My faith has been my compass through these years, the steady presence that reminds me no matter how fast life feels, God's plan is bigger than any test, any challenge, or any moment of doubt. Faith isn't just about answers, it's about trust. Trust that every turn, every detour, every pit stop matters. And just like in Radiator Springs, we didn't go through this alone. We had our own pit crews. Whether that be families, teachers, mentors, friends, people who lifted us up, guided us, and reminded us to keep our eyes on the road when it got hard. I'm a family person, and my family has been my anchor. They taught me what hard work looks like, what love looks like, and how to lean on God when life gets heavy. I'm so grateful for them, and I know that many of you are grateful for your own pit crews too. We also had our Mater moments, those friends and classmates who kept us laughing, who reminded us not to take ourselves too seriously, and who made even the hardest days a little brighter. The inside jokes, the late night group chats, the moments of pure chaos, they're the memories we'll carry with us forever. And yes, we put in the work. We learned what it means to show up, even when it's hard. We learned what it means to support each other, to lift each other up, and to celebrate each other's victories. And in all that, we saw God's grace at work, in our strengths, in our challenges, and in the people around us. Now, we're heading into the next chapter. College, jobs, military service, trades, or paths we're still figuring out. Some roads will be smooth, some will be full of turns we didn't expect, and some might even feel like we're upside down for a while. But faith reminds us that God is guiding us through every mile, and our experiences here, the lessons, the laughter, the friendships will carry us forward. Before we head into the next chapter, I want to take a moment to give a few personal thank yous. First, thank you to Miss Atkins, not only for helping me with my studies, but also for basically becoming my off-the-record life advisor. I'm convinced you answered more of my "what do I do about this situation" questions than actual homework questions some days. Thank you for always being honest, always being patient, and always pretending like I wasn't stressing you out as much as I probably was. Thank you to Miss Flemons, who always knows how to make me laugh when I need it most and cheer me on when I'm doubting myself. Whether it's a silly comment that completely lifts my mood or words of encouragement that remind me I can do it, you've been there to boost my spirits in ways that really matter. You've made even the stressful days brighter, and I'm so grateful for your energy, humor, and support. Thank you to Mr. Dean, whose daily math class joke became the official start to our mornings. Even when we were half asleep and running on zero motivation, you still managed to get a smile out of us. Those small moments mattered more than you know. I also want to thank my coaches, Coach Hill and Coach Perry. For 6 years, you've guided me through highs, lows, wins, losses, and all the moments in between. You pushed me, believed in me, and stood by me through everything. You didn't just coach me, you helped shape the person I'm becoming. And I'm grateful for that in ways words don't fully cover. Thank you to our fun and energetic senior class sponsors for all of their hard work on activities for us throughout our time in high school. Your dedication secured quite a few Spirit Stick wins. Thank you to my family for always being there for me every step of the way. Your love, guidance, and encouragement have been my foundation, keeping me grounded through everything. Whether celebrating success or helping me navigate challenges, you have supported me unconditionally, and I couldn't have made it to this moment without you. Mimi, thank you for providing me with endless after-school snacks. Pawpaw, thank you for sharing your love of basketball with me. Dad, thank you for always being the kind of parent who would drop everything without hesitation to be there for me when I needed you most. And your not so funny dad jokes to make me laugh. Mom, thank you for all the sacrifices you have made for our family. You demonstrate the importance of setting goals, hard work, and being kind. You have always told me good things happen to good people who are willing to work hard. And I will continue to use this as my guide. And finally, to all my teachers, principals, and counselors I've had throughout the years, thank you. Whether you taught me, coached me, mentored me, or simply showed kindness on a day I needed it, you played a part in my journey. Each of you added something meaningful to my time here, and I'm grateful for all of it. Thank you to the class of 2026. Thank you for being my teammates in this journey. You're talented, kind, funny, resilient, and full of potential. It has been an honor to race beside you, to learn with you, and to grow with you. So, as we leave here today and step onto new roads, let's remember what we learned in our own Radiator Springs. Trust the journey, trust God, care for the people around you, and remember that sometimes the detours are where the best growth happens. Class of 2026, it's time. Start your engines. Ka-chow.
Hello, my name is Kinley Adkisson, and tonight I have the honor of welcoming this year's guest speaker, Mr. Dustin Dean. To know Mr. Dean is to love him. Mr. Dean is the kind of teacher who supports his students in math as well as in life. At the beginning of each school year, he writes a letter to each of his students, inviting them to share about their lives, and then he takes the time to thoughtfully respond. This act reflects Mr. Dean's genuine care for his students, not just as learners, but as people. At the same time, Mr. Dean challenges his students to grow, often pushing us further than we thought we could go. He gives his students the opportunity to wrestle with difficult concepts while also providing the encouragement and guidance they need to succeed. On top of his outstanding teaching, Mr. Dean brings such joy into his classroom and to all those around him. Some of the most memorable ways he makes his students laugh is his daily dad jokes, his signature voice impressions, and his epic beatboxing skills. Mr. Dean graduated from Alma High School in 2012. Afterwards, he attended Arkansas Tech University, earning a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics and a Bachelor of Science in Mathematics education in 2016. After college, he served on staff with Crew Campus Ministries at Arkansas Tech for 2 years before beginning his teaching career at Pottsville High School, where he is now finishing his 8th year of teaching. Mr. Dean currently teaches Accelerated Algebra 2, AP Pre-Calculus, and AP Calculus. Beyond teaching upper-level math classes, Mr. Dean is deeply involved in the school community, serving as the Family and Community Engagement Chairperson and sponsoring the Chess Club, Christian Student Union, and Hope Squad, which is a youth suicide prevention organization. This June, Mr. Dean will celebrate 11 years of marriage to his wife, Kelly, and together they have 3 children, Lena, Evan, and Timothy. In his free time, Mr. Dean enjoys singing along to Frozen and Tangled with his daughter, playing Hot Wheels with his son, and drinking coffee. He also enjoys serving with his family at Fellowship Bible Church of Russellville. It is my honor and privilege to introduce a teacher who leads by example in all he does. He is constantly striving to grow as a teacher and a person, seeking the best ways to support his students. I have personally had the privilege of having Mr. Dean as my teacher for the last 3 years, and I can say with confidence that his exceptional character and guidance have made a lasting impact on my life as well as the lives of many others. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please join me in welcoming the 2026 graduating class guest speaker, Mr. Dustin Dean.
I can't live up to that introduction. Thank you, Kinley. Thank you. Greetings and welcome to your graduation. It is an absolute delight to be with each and every one of you tonight. I've said greetings and welcome thousands of times over the last 3 years, usually followed by Accelerated Algebra 2, AP Pre-Calculus, or AP Calculus. But today, the subject matter is a bit more significant. Tradition dictates, though, I guess, that we have to start with a dad joke. What did the tassel say to the graduation cap? I'll hang around here. But I think it's time you go on ahead. What the tassel said to the graduation cap. And as much as these kids are talking about my dad jokes, I really don't say them. I don't really tell dad jokes that often. I really don't tell dad jokes that often. But when I do, he laughs. In all seriousness, being asked to stand here is an incredible honor. Not just because of the platform, but because of who is doing the asking. I have a profound respect for this class of 2026. The last time I spoke at Pottsville Graduation was in 2020. What comes to mind when you hear the year 2020? Yeah, and last time I spoke, we didn't have a stage like this. It was a long flatbed trailer we brought in the back parking lot at school. Maybe some of you were there. And instead of being here all together, families had to park in a designated parking spot and tune their car radio to the right station to hear the ceremony. Instead of hearing rounds of applause, students heard a chorus of car horns as they got out and walked across the trailer stage. And honestly, as many of you probably are, I'm tired of talking about COVID, but we also have to acknowledge that COVID played a significant role in these kids' education. And in those years between all of the masks, quarantines, temperature checks, virtual days, and Zoom meetings, I wondered if education would ever feel the same again. Then a few short years later, you all showed up. And you absolutely delivered. This class restored in me the idea that the state of education would improve from where it fell. Thank you for that. Your reputation preceded you. Teachers talk, and your ninth grade teachers warned me that I wouldn't want to let you go. And after having some of you in my room from your sophomore year until last week, I completely understand why. You're the class that proved the heart of our school was still beating. Teaching you has genuinely been one of the highlights of my career. Your rare collective combination of academic ability, good behavior, and really school spirit brought back some life into our halls. The spirit stick was mentioned earlier. I don't know that y'all probably lost one, and if you did, it was a fluke, like you shouldn't have. I wasn't even a sponsor for y'all, and I'll say it. But it was so fun to watch a class who overall seemed to enjoy school and each other. You know how to come together, how to be present, and how to cherish your days together. And because I respect who y'all are so much, the fact that you chose me to speak tonight is such a significant honor to me. But before we go any further, I have to acknowledge the person who makes it possible for me to be the teacher I am. My wife, Kelly. I'm sorry, I knew this would happen. My wife, Kelly, is behind everything our family does. She often works behind the scenes as a stay-at-home mom, and she sometimes feels like that work is small or insignificant, knowing that I see hundreds of you every day. But her work is so meaningful. I want her and all of you to know that I wouldn't be standing here, and I certainly wouldn't be the educator I am without the grace and support that she shows me every single day. Kelly, even now as you're home, behind the scenes, getting the kids to bed, watching the live stream, we're a team. And you, Kelly, have played a role in these kids' success too, as you empower me. Thank you, Kelly. Thank y'all. I'm sorry to be such a sap. But Senior Apaches, back to you. As you sit here today, this probably feels like the climax of your story. The lights are bright, the caps are on, and the final boss of high school has been defeated. It reminds me of a moment from my own life, and what will be 11 years ago. In just a few weeks, Kelly and I were standing at the altar, and my papa was officiating our wedding. He looked at us and acknowledged that while our wedding day felt like the peak of our story, the culmination of everything we had built, he told us something we have yet to forget. He said that your love is only going to grow from here. And I want to offer that same perspective to you. Today's a massive milestone, and it's worth celebrating. But as much as this feels like the peak or the finish line, it's actually just the baseline. The life you're about to build, the person you're about to become, it's all going to grow from here. Now we get to talk about math for a minute. Sorry, everybody. Math teachers everywhere are often asked, when am I going to ever use this in life? And I have good news for most of you. Unless you become an engineer or a math teacher, you might never need the quadratic formula again. But you were never actually just learning math. You were learning how to struggle productively. I don't think I could be a math teacher if it was just about the math for the sake of the numbers. But when we look below the surface, we find much more purpose within mathematics than finding the missing side of a triangle or the roots of a polynomial function. For example, when one partakes in distance running, you're training your body for sustained struggle. And I think for the most part, people see the value in that. But when we're learning math, we're training our mind for sustained struggle. And I think overall, we're a little slower to see the value in that, building mental toughness. Math is a sandbox for problem solving. It's about looking at what you have, identifying what you need, and finding a logical path to get there. Life is going to give you problems that don't have a neat answer key posted online somewhere. Life is going to give you problems that will require that mental toughness, the ability to sustain your mental engagement within the struggle. And I want to be real for a second. I know in a group this size, for some of you, when the struggle got too hard, you looked for a shortcut and probably often found one. Maybe you leaned a little too heavily on AI. Maybe you found that answer key just to get the grade and move on. And while you might have checked the box for that assignment, I want to ask you, is that how you plan to go through the rest of your life? When your marriage gets difficult, and it will, are you going to look for a shortcut, a way out? When parenting feels overwhelming and you're exhausted, and you will be, are you going to look for a way to just get by? Or are you going to engage with your kids? I want you to have the mental toughness to stay in it when things get messy. Building a career is a grind. Real relationships are a grind. And I'd like to think you'll be better at all of that if you learned how to endure when things got complicated in a place like math class. Math is hard. Life can be hard. And that's why we have to give grace to each other where we can. But hard is not the same thing as bad. And some of the greatest rewards in life and most meaningful achievements are on the other side of real struggle, finding the solution to real problems. Imagine there being a universal solution to any mathematical equation. I'm talking like a single variable that could solve any formula ever written. If that value were discovered, mathematicians everywhere would be desperate to know it. If someone found it and sat on it, refusing to share it with the world, we would think they're crazy for withholding such a truth. As you've granted me the honor of this platform, I mirror the words of Peter and John in the book of Acts. They said that they could not help but speak of what they've seen and heard. I simply cannot stand here and not share with you what I believe is to be the remedy or the solution to our deepest struggles. Our biggest problem is deeply rooted, and it's our nature to sin. Every one of us. Romans 3:23 states, all have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. Sin is like the one variable that we can't calculate our way around, and it separates us from our Creator. Left to our own desires, I don't believe that we naturally tend towards what is good. Even with our best intentions, we can't meet the standard that God requires. Like I said earlier, in math, we often talk about what we have and what we need. But what we have is a nature that misses the mark. And what we need is to be forgiven and made righteous. Isaiah 64:6 reminds us that even our best deeds are like filthy rags. So it kind of leaves us at an impasse. How do we become righteous? If I'm to be declared not guilty, the answer has to come from someone or something flawless and outside of myself. Enter Jesus. John 3:16 tells us, for God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him would not perish but have eternal life. But it's not just that he loves us. It's not just that there's this emotional infatuation with us. It's more than that. 2 Corinthians 5:21 explains the great exchange, the fact that he trades our sin for his righteousness. He actually shares it with us. For our sake, he made him to be sin who knew no sin, so that in him we might become the righteousness of God. This isn't just an answer for eternity either. It's the resolution for everything we face today. Whether you're battling addictions or intrusive thoughts, or more subtle things like discontentment and the need for approval, Christ meets those needs too. As the Word made flesh, He provides comfort and direction for every trial. On an eternal scale, He is the way to life. On a personal scale, He provides peace and comfort and direction for this very moment. And on a global scale, I believe He's the solution for the brokenness we see in our world, and that if more people knew and submitted to Him, the world would be better. There's no other name under heaven but Jesus Christ by which we must be saved. He fills our every longing and sets us free, and I can't help but speak. On the cross, God's righteous justice and wrath, which we deserve, was taken out on Christ. He took the punishment for sin, and we are now able to be truly forgiven and made righteous as God grants us faith to repent and believe. I believe Christ is that ultimate solution. So, class of 2026, as you head out into the world, I hope you continue to be well-behaved high achievers. I hope that you continue to buy in, being present and spirited where you are. Your life will only grow from here. Be thankful for your spouse. Remember the productive struggle. Lean into the hard things. Don't look for shortcuts. Hang in the fight. Think critically. Solve problems. But more than anything, I hope you look to the one who has already solved the greatest problem, and He Himself is the solution to any problem that you'll ever face. Now, who's ready for this to wrap up? We got to get this show on the road. Today, class of 2026, you've earned this moment. Today, you're surrounded by people who believe in you. Congratulations. Pottsville High School, class of 2026. Black, gold, and white, fight, fight, fight. Thanks for being awesome. Thanks for choosing me. You will be dearly missed. I think there's a great way to end here with some hip hips. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Hip, hip. Congratulations. Thank y'all.
Y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Mia Beth Adkins. Kinley Grace Atkinson. Jose Maria Alcantar. Avery Ray Alexander. Rael Alvarenga. Ready? Victoria Deanne Anderson. Leonardo Lopez Arizmendi. Dakota Lane Arndt. Kensington Sabine Beaudry. Brandon Adrian Bewley. Victoria Maria Bonilla. Kylie Brianne Jalou Bosol. Jackson Lane Bowden. Allie Elizabeth Bradley. Aubrey Joyce Bradley. Caitlin Jeanette Bradley. Cade Michael Brodigan. Zoe Elizabeth Brinker Long. Nathan Brown. You ready? Kelly Addison Bryant. Allison Lisa Yvonne Burris. Ian Gabriel Caffarelli. Bailey Leanne Kane. Ava Grace Kathy. Kaylee Ann Christensen. Jakin Wayne Crouch. Brooklyn Nicole Duval. Tate Allen Duval. Colton Levi Earls. Delina Elizabeth Agnew. Logan Reed Oath. Isaac Noah Estes. Caitlin Elizabeth Finney. Cooper Jace Ford. Xavier Hayden Long. Anthony Wayne Franklin. Isabella Ray Freeman. Dylan Wayne Gagan. Praise the Lamb. Adam Lane Gibson. Josiah Jerome. Angelica Gonzalez Mixco. Alexander Ryder Graham. Corey Jean Greathouse. Peyton William Griffin. Jalexa Brayley Hayes. Boston Brock Heflin. Mariana K. Hernandez. Aiden Brett Hill. Audrey Faith Hoyne. Anthony Michael Hoke. Callie Ann Holcomb. Bailey Ray Holland. Marlo June Hollis. Lily Anna Holstead. Victoria Dawn Holt. Jack Irie. Zadok Andrew Irvin. John Clay Jones. Kagan Asher Jones. Cameron David Kern. Caroline Nicole Kennedy. Jillian Kate Key. Emma Elise Lackey. Ethan James Lacey. Carson Finley Lane. Jason Emilio Lara. Chi-Ti Kim Lay. Campbell McKenna Leak. Kaylin Denise Liverett. Savannah Aaron Mackey. Landon Cole Majors. Jacob Carter Manus. Bailey Elise Michon. Kylie Paige Mathis. Nadesha Dawn Maxwell. Macy Jade McCabe. Eldon James McCurry. Cody Darius Lee McDaniel. Cooper Landon McGee. Addison Elizabeth McGregor. Brooklyn Dawn McGuire. Jordan Riley McMillan. Maddox Hunter Mergel. Reese J. Meyer. Connor Chase Mitchell. Grant Daniel Montgomery. Michelle Abigail Morgan. Riley Adrian Morris. Riley Danielle Morris. James Brady Morrison. Logan Daniel Morton. Jackson Daniel Mosby. Irene Beth Renee Neal. Parker Wade Nicholson. Preston Sean Nicholson. Jordan Renee Patrick. Tandalin Chance Patrick. Roberto Carlos Pena Abarca. Weston James Poole. Abigail Renee Price. Lily Ryan Prince. Connor Ray Proctor. Nathan Doyle Peckett. Maddie Ray Percival. Marica Noel Reed. Jocelyn Taylor Renfro. Daniel Raphael Rivas. Allie Nicole Sanders. Caleb Lee Saudi. Lauren Lee Schaefer. Megna Corinne Schwim. Noah Michael Scott. Dakota Lynn Shipley. Audrey Elizabeth Skinner. Mackenzie Ann Slusher. Emberly Grace Smith. William Bryce Snow. Caleb Ross Stansel. Parker James Stokes. Thank you. Eli Madison Stormont. Addison Brooke Story. Kylie Lynn Story. Gavin James Surrett. Michael Zaid Sweeney. Alexis Fayanne Tedford. Cooper Gray Thomason. Nelson Antonio Velasquez Rivas. Trenton Michael Villarreal. JC Nicole Vines. Hayden Colin Wachendorf. Katie Marie Watkins. Michael Todd Watson III. Andrew Hayden Wells. Ivy Lynn Nicole Wheat. Ronald Lee Wharton. Ella Wilcox. Paisley Ann Williams. Good job, Sissy. Addie Grace Wilmuth. Emma Grace Wilson. Jackson David Wilson. Caden Wesley Witt. Easton Paul Wotek. Kiana Lee Young. And Lexi Ann Young.
At this time, I would like to officially recognize the graduating class of 2026 of Pottsville High School. By the authority vested in me by the Pottsville School District Board of Education in the state of Arkansas, I proudly certify that you have fulfilled all requirements for graduation and are now graduates of Pottsville High School. Congratulations. Class of 2026, as you leave this place, remember that success is not measured only by your achievements. titles, or accomplishments, but by the impact you make on others and the character you carry with you along the way. Be courageous in chasing your goals, resilient when life becomes difficult, and kind in every season. Your future is full of opportunities that are waiting for you to step forward and claim them. Tonight marks the end of one chapter, but more importantly, the beginning of another one. No matter where life takes you, you will always have a home at Pottsville High School, and we will always be proud of you. Graduates, please stand and move your tassels from right to left.
This evening's benediction will be given by Anthony Hoke. Anthony Hoke is known throughout Pottsville High School for his character, kindness, and unwavering faith. As a student, athlete, and leader among his peers, Anthony consistently demonstrates respect and compassion to everyone he encounters. One teacher shared that when people see Anthony, they see a reflection of Christ's love and kindness to others. Anthony takes seriously the opportunity to positively impact those around him and serves as an example of humility, integrity, and servant leadership. It is our honor to have Anthony deliver this evening's benediction.
Let's pray. Lord, we thank you for giving us strength and perseverance through our years. Help us to continue to seek your strength and remain in your presence. We know that all knowledge and wisdom comes from you, and we give you the glory. Thank you for blessing us with great teachers, classmates, friends, and parents. You have placed us beside each other for a purpose and to go through this era of our lives together. For whatever we have planned ahead, we know that you are in control. Your plans are greater than ours, Lord. Please lead us in your way. Lastly, I ask that you protect us as we go. Protect us from the evils of this world, protect us from the temptations of sin, and help us to stay righteous and represent you, our families, and our school wherever we are. In Jesus' name, amen. Please remain standing for the alma mater and the recessional. Thank you.
We want to thank everyone for joining us here on the Pottsville Sports Network for Pottsville Graduation 2026.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Good job, guys. Anybody want some? Yeah. Good job. Touching y'all's hands, I will take a little bit. Thank you, sir. Well done. Oh, you're passing out. I wouldn't have done anything until somebody started talking about COVID. Yeah. Got me on purpose. Bring it up. Good job. Got a little.
I'll just get my own. There you go.